My evaluation on how the spring went, it went very well. You know, went out there, we had some time off from the season, came back, nice weather outside. People came to hit. We had new coaches, had a new scheme, had new plays, and the overall evaluation of the spring, I think it went very well for everybody because we're all the same. Even though I'm a senior, I know just as much plays as the freshmen know, because we know we got new coaches and we got new plays. And learning for me was just like learning for them. I may know more about the technique, and I may have more experience, but as far as the plays go, we're all pretty much the same. And I think it was very helpful for all of us. So I think we had an overall very well spring ball.
Joe, how different is what you're doing now as outside linebacker from what you did last year to then?
Oh, it's a lot different. Played DN last year. Had my hand in the dirt. I weighed probably about 220 last year, and everybody I went against was like 330, 315, 300 pounds. So everybody had me about like 100 pounds. So you know how to use my speed. Right now, I'm an outside linebacker, which is more of my side. I gained 10 pounds, so I'm about 230 now. I still have the good speed, and it's different because I get to stand up. I get to see everything before it happens because when I'm a D lineman, I have my hand down. It's hard to. I'm looking eye to eye with the tackle. Outside linebacker, I'm standing up. I get to see the tackle. I get to see the quarterback. I can see receiver. I can see everything. So I kind of get a feel about what play is going to be ran before they are ran to me. So I feel that me moving to outside linebacker is a better position for me.
Based on reps that you've seen the last couple of days, how do you see the defense sizing up as far as starting? Who will be beside you, running, that sort of thing?
Outside of football, I do hang out a lot with the D line. Because I played with them last year. I'm considered an outside linebacker, but I'm mostly up on the line, standing up, and I'm there right next to them. So I feel like the chemistry that me and the starters for spring has grew, but the starters last year wasn't the same starters. And even though I had a chemistry with them last year, I feel like the chemistry we had last year was still good, and the chemistry that I made from the new starters this year are still very well. So when the spring comes or when the fall comes, and they move people around from ones and twos, I feel like me and the others will still have a good chemistry because we all hang out. It's like 8 of us that hang out. And that's first and second string. So we all have a good chemistry. We know, what each other are thinking. I don't know how to phrase that. We know what one another is thinking, things like that. So yeah, we hang out and we talk on the sideline to get the feel of what plays, and when this guy does this, what are you gonna do? Because I'm gonna do this, and we kind of adapt off one another.
Who do you think those other ones are going to be?
I'll just tell you the ones right now in spring ball. It was me, Joseph Harris, Corey Greer, Ugo, and Reggie Ellis. It depends how people summer workouts go. People could get injured. Somebody might have a hard time, have to go back home or whatever. So I can't really say who the ones are gonna be, but the ones for the spring was me, Ja'Cory, Ugo, and Reggie.
What was the cover level like? Coaches always talk about reacting versus being aggressive and already basically doing it on instinct, I guess. Do you feel that that's changed at all?
Yeah, and that also comes with experience. The freshmen, it's hard for them to kind of get adjusted to like the speed. I remember when I came as a freshman, I thought everybody was fast. Like this goes by real quick. But now that I'm a senior, it feels like everything goes kind of slow. You have more time than you think. You can really see plays unravel. But when I was younger, I was like, everybody was flying in front of me and things like that. I kind of got nervous, and I would just like run around and try to make a play. Now that I'm older, I can sit and read and see how things work out. So, I can react also as, take force, because I kind of got a feel of what's going on. So I can, put my face in there and get a hit, defend the blocker and things like that.
Over the past few years, obviously the defense has given up a lot of points. How is the mentality now, though, especially with a head coach with a defensive-minded background?
my true freshman year, Coach Long was my coach, and we had a defensive, he was a defensive coach, and it definitely you can definitely feel it. I played defense, this my whole time in college, and my freshman year it was like, okay, defense, and like the defense was riled up. I wouldn't say we ran the team, but we definitely had a presence. Coach Loxley came; he was the offensive coach, and during practice he would be more with the offense, because he does know defense, but he knows more about offense, so he can help more on the offensive side, and you can definitely feel his lack of presence there, and not in a bad way. But he was more on the offensive side, and Coach Davey, he's more of a defensive coach, and it's back to us again. So I came, it was on the defensive side in the middle of my years here. It was on the offensive side. Now it's back on the defensive side, and you can definitely feel the backup that you have on defense. I'm not saying that he doesn't back up the offense, because he is a head coach and he's about the betterness of the team, but for him being a defensive coach, I can definitely feel like our defense, has some